Welcome back to our science classes. Now let's study the physical properties of metals and non-metals. In the physical properties, first we can study the physical appearance of metals and non-metals. So in the physical appearance we can say that metals are lustrous and non-metals are non-lustrous, or we can say that metals are shiny but non-metals are dull. To understand it, let's do an activity. We can take one aluminium wire, copper wire, coal, sulfur powder and pencil lead. These are the materials we can take. Some are metals, some are non-metals. And we can take one sandpaper also. With the help of the sandpaper, first we can clean aluminium and copper. So we can clean aluminium and copper. After that we can observe how is their appearance. We can see that aluminium and copper, they are shiny or they have metallic luster. And when come to coal, sulfur or pencil lead, they don't have a metallic shining or they are non-lustrous. So hope it is clear. In the physical appearance we have learned that metals are lustrous but non-metals are non-lustrous, or metals are shiny but non-metals are dull. So now let's learn next property. What is the next property? Ductility. So you have seen that copper wire. How is the copper wire? Thin copper wire. We have seen the copper as copper wire, isn't it? So this property of metal is known as ductility. What property of metal is known as ductility? The property by which metal can be drawn into thin wires. The property by which metals can be drawn into thin wires is called ductility. Hope it is clear. Metals can be melted and after melting we can be drawn into thin wires. We have seen the aluminium wires or we have seen the copper wires, or in wire-like structure, even in gold also you have seen. Sometimes you may use the earring or your mother may use earring. Hope it is clear. But non-metals, they are not ductile. Non-metals does not exhibit the property of ductility, or non-metals are non-ductile. They are not ductile. So anywhere have we seen the coal wires? We cannot see coal wire anywhere. And have we seen the sulfur in the form of wires? No, it is impossible to see sulfur wires. So we can say what is that? In the ductility we can say that metals are ductile but non-metals are non-ductile. So let's learn the next property. What is that? Malleability. We can hammer the metal into thin sheets. If you have taken a piece of copper wire and if you hammer it, beaten with a hammer, what happens? It becomes a sheet. It becomes a thin sheet. So this property of metal is known as malleability. The property by which metal can be beaten into thin sheets is called malleability. Hope it is clear. The property by which metals can be beaten into thin sheets, or by hammering we can make it thin sheets of metals. That property is known as malleability. So metals are malleable, non-metals are not malleable. Hope it is clear. If you have taken a coal and beat it, will it be possible to stretch, or will it be possible to make it into thin sheets? No, never it can make into thin sheets. So non-metals are non-ductile. An activity given in your textbook, for the activity same materials we can take: aluminium, copper, coal, sulfur powder and pencil we can take. So first we can take a copper or aluminium wire. We can take a copper or aluminium wire and keep it on the table, or we can hammer it, or we can hit it with the help of a hammer. Then what happens? Copper, it stretches into sheets. Next, coal. We can take a piece of coal and we can beat it. Will it be stretched? No, it won't be changed into sheet, instead of it changes into powder or it breaks. Same is the case with the pencil lead or sulfur powder also, it will be get brittle. So it cannot be beaten into thin sheets. So once again I am saying that metals are malleable, non-metals are not malleable. So can you say which is the most malleable metal? The most malleable metal is gold. So you have seen the aluminium foils for wrapping the food, their aluminium foils are available. So with a small amount of aluminium we can make the thin sheets. So this property, what is that property? Malleability. Metals exhibits the properties of malleability. And we said that most malleable metal is gold. In the same way, most ductile metal also gold. Gold is most malleable and ductile metal. So now let's go to next property, sonority. Sonority means, so when we hit the metal with a hammer, what happens? It produces a characteristic metallic sound. That property is known as sonority. Sonority means the property by which metal can produce the characteristic metallic sound or characteristic ring sound is known as sonority. So we can take one aluminum plate or a copper material, coal, sulfur powder and pencil. So take all these things. We can take something made up of aluminum or copper, coal. We can take a piece of coal and sulfur powder and pencil lead. First we can allow the aluminum material, let it be an aluminum spoon, let it fall down. You will hear a characteristic sound. Next you can do it with another metal, let it be copper, that also produces some sound. Then coal, but do you hear the characteristic sound of metal when the coal is fallen down? No, we can't hear. That means coal won't produce the characteristic ringing sound or characteristic sound of metal. So from this we can say that metals are sonorous. Metals are sonorous, but non-metals are non-sonorous. Hope it is clear. Metals are sonorous, but non-metals are non-sonorous. Is it clear? So metals are sonorous, non-metals are non-sonorous. That is why you might have noticed that the school bells, they are made up of metals. They are not made up of non-metals. The reason is that only metals can produce the ringing sound, or metals can produce the characteristic sound, or metals are sonorous. Now let us learn the next property, physical property of metals and non-metals, high electrical conductivity. What is that? High electrical conductivity. With an experiment we can understand it. High electrical conductivity, how metals and non-metals exhibits this property. For doing this we need a bulb, we need two batteries, and we need a wooden plank is needed. In that two pins you have to attach. Two pins are attached on this wood, and this entire circuit we can connect it with the help of aluminum wire or copper wire. Hope it is clear. A battery, that means two cells are there. From the two cells, with the help of a copper wire we can connect it to bulb. From the bulb, with the help of copper wire we can connect it to one pin, and some gap is left there, and other end of the wood we can connect to one pin. From there you can connect it to the negative pole of the battery. So these are the arrangements needed. So now will the bulb glow now? No. After doing everything, will the bulb glow? The bulb won't glow. What is the reason? Here there is nothing between this. So you take one copper piece and connect it between this. You have taken a copper and connect it between this. Then what you can see? The bulb glows. The bulb glows. So after that you can take one aluminum. You can put a piece of aluminum and observe bulb glows that time also. Next you can take a piece of coal Then when we keep the coal here, will the bulb glow? No, the bulb will not glow. Next one, we can take some sulfur. Keep the sulfur between this. Then will the bulb glow? Bulb won't glow. Next one, instead of that, we can keep one pencil lead. When we keep the pencil lead, it glows. When we keep the pencil lead, it glows. So generally we can say that metals are good conductors of electricity. Remember, metals are good conductors of electricity, but non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. Metals are good conductors of electricity, but non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. And one more thing, which is the best conductor of electricity? The best conductor of electricity is silver. Don't forget, the best conductor of electricity is silver. Best conductor of electricity is silver. And here in the experiment we said that pencil lead. When we kept the pencil lead here, it was glowing. The bulb was glowing. Pencil lead is metal or non-metal? Pencil lead is non-metal. Pencil lead is made up of graphite. Graphite is a non-metal, even though it is a good conductor of electricity. Keep it in mind, graphite, it is non-metal, even though it's a good conductor of electricity. So we have studied about electrical conductivity. What is studied about conductivity? Metals are good conductors of electricity, but non-metals are bad conductors of electricity. Silver is the best conductor of electricity. And next one we studied that pencil lead, graphite. Pencil lead means it is graphite. Even though it is a non-metal, it conducts electricity.